Our guys, welcome to another episode of Madhouse Compilation Podcast. And today we have changed our venue. We are in the Letreecha main cave, and next to me is the Matome Rapholo.
Yeah, man. No, I'm doing great, man. Just honored that you guys invited me and all of that. And but I appreciate that it's finally happening. And yeah, welcome to my humble abode.
Yes, and it feels crazy because I feel honored to be in the presence of this. Because when I look at this, I look at a well-established business. Yes.
Yeah, from a certain point, it's true, but trust me, we have not tapped 1% of what we want to tap. We have seen our vision, and now we really need to make it come true. This is well established because it has started. We started with what we had, but as to encounter conversations out there about literature from strangers, we want to have more of that to call ourselves established.
Before we begin, guys, I want to read this to you to give you an idea about like literature. It's a poster. It's a poster.
It's a poster.
About literature, they say about us. The brand Litreecha, pronounced Leetreecha, was developed in 2013. The name is derived from Sepedi phrase "siaswa," which simply means the beat goes on. The deeper meaning, however, refers to women or men hard at work. The Litreecha brand brings a fresh, unique and unconventional edge to the local
clothing scene. Yeah, man. That's what we're trying to achieve.
You make necklace, caps, bucket hat, beanie, shirts, sweaters, hoodie, wallets, pillows.
No, we don't make pillows. That was a present from actually somebody who believes in me. About 2 weeks ago, I got somebody who brought this and say, this is from me to you, saying don't give up, your stars are going to align soon.
That's for real, don't give
up. Serious. So that means a lot to me, I put it there as my navigator. Every time I feel like for the past few weeks anyway, every time I felt like giving up, I was like, I'll be disrespecting people like that, so
because there are people looking up to you and saying, yeah, I feel inspired.
Look, I would not know about anybody who has not told me. I know about those that came and said, dude, you are doing good work. Your consistency in your posting, we look forward to your posts every morning because they maintain and contain a certain level of inspiration that we need to hear every day. And I'm like, wow, man. And it becomes, I can't name drop, but somebody talked to me 2 days back and I almost cried. It's like, bro, you inspire me. And he's an old guy. And that made me say, I'm going harder the next time. I'm not going to give up. Yeah, man.
Let's start at the beginning. How did you come up with the brand, like the whole concept of literature to begin with?
Everything starts with a name, right? So I'm in Johannesburg. I'm with my friend Muledi. I remember that day vividly, like it was drizzling. And we're like, something ordinary. Muledi is a singer, a performer, self-taught guitarist. And we're writing things down, and eventually we're like, Litreecha. And looked at it, dissected it, what it meant as a name. As you saw there, it's a mixture of English and vernacular, So, and literature was born. The rest was learning where to get the merchandise or where to get the material in KZN. The production process, the whole process, learning it and getting to a point when you are comfortable to now have your personality and the personality of the vision of the company and the personality of what you believe in on the clothes themselves. And you look at it and say, I want that to inspire somebody. And it's not just a clothing item. It's a clothing item that has got a culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And when I was doing the research, I saw like the colors have like meaning.
Yeah, they do. There are circles, there are patterns.
Let me
Yeah.
explain. So the white represents the beginning of the process of learning.
True.
Black, the accumulation of wisdom.
Yeah.
Red signifies the transformation of life. So I don't think these ones are colors. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So basically, at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings, and what something means most of the time is what we have learned. But I've taken all of those colors. Actually, my wife did the research.
Okay.
You know, she's my number one ninja. She did the research, and I started living according to that, where white represent purity and openness to learn, and black, instead of being a bad color, you know, color ya manyora, it represents full of knowledge. It represents willingness to share the wisdom. You know what I mean? So to a certain point, we like expressing ourselves as people of color. If you can check now, most of the stuff is like color, because that's who we are. That's how we express ourselves, and a color is a big part of our creative direction when it comes to making garments. Yeah, that's why you see that.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So another question. So would you ever like consider collaborating with another brand?
Interesting question, because that has always been my belief. I've done collaborations at the moment with artists, as in fine arts, but I'm currently in the process of doing a collaboration with Karabos Apparels. Karabos is from somewhere called Bidiela. He tailors stuff to the T. Attention to detail is on another level. And when I saw that, and we are pushing a movement of unearthing talent in Limpopo and obviously the whole of South Africa, but you know, they say charity begins at home. So I thought it would be ignorant of me not to start at home. And Nale Karabos, we're working on a denim jacket that we want to blow people out of the water with. So I believe in collaboration over competition on any day, because that's where lies growth. That's where lies sisterhood, brotherhood. That's where lies togetherness and unity. You know, so I intend on collaborating until we make it. You know.
Talking about collaboration and expanding, do you have like a production office or something, like manufacturing house?
Okay, we opened it in August last year in Ladana. All machinery is bought, stuff going on. Then in the middle, you realize it's actually more difficult to run a production house. So we are in between a production house and sourcing material, and like Karabos now, he's doing the denim jackets. They're gonna come out as collaboration between Karabos and Letreecha, you know, but he used his actual machines and hands, not ours. So we do have a production house, though we realized at this moment we are too small to even take it up on our shoulders to say we're going to do everything, because you deal with people, and I think, you know, shout out to the HR people, it's very difficult to deal with people. So I think, you know, so you deal with egos and everything. So we split, take some to the people, do some yourself, and as long as at the end of the day, you know, you get a production that you're satisfied with it. Yeah.
Because this thing,
Clar. People that want to work, people that want to learn. You know, I was saying to somebody, everybody who wants to work hard represent Literature.
That's great.
You know, so a person who wants to work with us automatically becomes part of the Litreecha nation. To my point, that hard work, we want to be the epitome of hard work, focus, and ambition. Whether you are a young man in the pinnacle of your career in the law fraternity, and you've done that by yourself, you represent Litreecha. Whether umusadi, single, udula maposa, you build a 2-bedroom by yourself, utokomela bana bao, you hustle every day, you represent Litreecha because you have let go of the culture of entitlement. So you work with people that want to work with you. Essentially.
Before we begin, this guy is knowledgeable.
You know, so yeah, man.
So you started in 2013. This year is 2020, which means it's nine years.
Something like that.
9 years. So how have you managed to stay relevant for 9 years?
Yo, it has been tough. And also, it's more than 9 years. It's just that we have documented 9 years. The past 2 from 2011, when it was not documented, we were doing stuff but not having, a page or. But to your point, how I don't know if I've ever been relevant. That's the thing, and it's not being. Yeah, I really don't. What we have decided to do is make do with what we have. Wake up and vow to ourselves and fellow human beings that we're going to try to inspire you. We're going to try to make you get out of bed and do something with your life, right? Because we believe that everybody's got the potential, the ambition inside of them that bends, hence the slogan, Seaswa, we stay relevant because we stay at course. We stay in our own race of trying to inspire. We stay relevant because we speak our truth and the truth of so many young South African and young people all over the world, where you wake up and you feel like you don't want to do anything because you are depressed, you're feeling down. This is where we come in. You check our post and it tells you about being given an opportunity to try again. And so we are relevant because we speak the truth of so many people, so many young people. That's why, and that's how we intend on staying relevant for years to come. Yeah.
Plus the name Letreecha,
Yeah, I think most of the time I have to explain to people what it means and where it comes from. And one day I really hope my friend would be here for this. I don't think he would remember how we came up with the name, but it is such an integral part of everyday life. Meaning that irrespective of how it plays out, life goes on.
That's great.
So the name is powerful. I look at it without being modest. I look at the name on a garment and I'm like, wow. That one moment you proud that you have produced something so profound, so meaningful to so many people. You have created something that you hope that it will create a better somebody, a better tomorrow, because they've associated with the name Litreecha. Because we said, when you are ambitious, when you work hard, when you focus, you are automatically a representative of the Litreecha nation. And who's not really in the Litreecha nation? We all are. We just need to bend that ambition until something gives. You know what I mean? So we are proud of the name. People are getting to be proud of the name, and that's what we want.
Can I add something?
Yeah, man.
You said something about it creates someone better from who they are, right? I'm paraphrasing, that's not exactly what you said, right? So you, as the owner and the co-founder of Letreecha, how did it create you to be much better?
In so many ways. Off record, I was telling you my story about how I lost my job, how I was an implementation and support specialist, and to what I do now, which is something totally different from IT. How I lost everything, you know, and everything, I mean everything that to people. So basically, I lost things that made people respect me. In a way. You know, you buy a car, get repossessed by the bank, and how you are being described very Matome fill out some one series. So now that you don't have the one series, then people don't really know you, right? Just Matome, you know what I mean? And that's how it should be. You must never be defined by what you have materially, because that is not liquid solid, man. That is the tangible can go. The tangibles can go, you know. Then Litreecha came and gave me depth in what I believe in, depth in what I want to achieve, depth in how much I would like to help other people, which in turn made me grateful that I'm alive, which in then made me grateful that I got an opportunity again to show my potential. And in ending to your question, made my ambition and my tree inside to burn even more. Yeah.
I wish you can write a book and I will just read. You
know what? And I wish my wife can see this, because my wife is a brilliant writer. And one day I'm thinking we're gonna. She says she wants to write a tell-all, and she can't, man. She can't do a tell-all. So, but yeah, I'm hoping one day we'll get to a point where what I have learned will be put down in black and white, with the hope and faith that it will inspire people to realize and recognize the real in them, and the real being anything is possible. And I think now I know you're interviewing me, but I want to say this. I've been dying to say this. I talk a lot, so I'm going to do it anyway. I appreciate what you guys do. I appreciate this initiative. I know for a fact that if you go on like this, in a matter of years, you will be a legend in what you do. You'll be a legend in asking questions. You'll be a legend in videography. You'll be a legend in knowing how to ask certain questions. You would know the ins and outs of this setup, you know, only better. And thus, at some point in life, we want to make money out of what we do. And this, continue like this, it will make you money. And I'm guaranteeing you that if you continue, you know. And I want to use this as fuel for you guys to say, go on and do this, go on and better your skills and disrupt the market. Go steal some market share. Create your own content that people are dying to see, you know. Exactly. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Before I knew who you are, I knew the brand Letreecha. So I once stumbled upon a picture of you and King Monada.
Yeah.
What was happening there?
Yeah, that's a long short story. A long short story.
We have time.
So I met a gentleman who bought Litreecha. And that guy says to me, my guy, I love your stuff so much. And I believe it deserves to be out there. And I want to do something great for you. I was like, great, we can buy. You know, it's something great. It's like, I need you to meet King Mulad. So I asked the guy, you believe in the brand so much that you would want to make me meet King Mulad? And it never happened, right? And not because he didn't want to, we got busy. You know, he got busy, I got busy. And out of the blue, I called him, I want to meet King Mulad today. You know, and he's like, today is not, call him. And he calls the dude, he's like, he's available, but I'm not available. I said, okay, I'm going. I got given directions from here to Amkholobot. I get in, you know, to my amazement. There is this man that is making great music, this man that believed in himself, this man that started with nothing. And I was like, aha, representative of Letreecha. You know, come and say in that way. We spoke, and he said to me, when he posted a picture on Instagram, he said, you can never beat down a man who never gives up. And he was referring to me after we met, after I explained my story. When he did interviews mentioning me. And right now we are not doing anything, we are not in communication, but I know when I have something solid that I would want to share with him, so he can help me out, I will do so. But the story of meeting Munada, it's a story of perseverance. Stories of Fostella. Hey, Fostella. You know, Fostella or give me today, man. And he was like, I'm busy. I was like, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. I'm going to work, and now I'm available. So what do we do? You know. So it started like that, and from there on, he was just a person that showed willingness to help me, showed willingness to help the brand, showed willingness to open a door for somebody because maybe somebody had opened the door for him. You know, which is all about brotherhood, which is all about what I normally would post, and I see Mashabela used to post it as well. Chalimpopo, you know what I mean? It's for the world, but we cannot deny where it comes from. We got to pay homage to home, and home is Chalimpopo, you know, from all the dusty streets, crazy villages, extra rurals, to this, to Monada, to Makazi, to Mashabela, to Sohota at Kaiser Chiefs, from Bohom, you know, to so many young people who, actually so many, a plethora of young people working hard, inspired Letreecha, and we are here because somebody gave somebody a chance. We are here, and we're going to be here because we want to give other people a chance. And the fact that we have not made it, but we are saying we are here, is because we believe that everybody has in them to make it. We can say how long it will take. But yeah, so a full day, all day, you know, exactly, you know.
I also saw Zamugukle from
Yeah. I actually met Clement at Manada's house. Crazy dude, talented, massive talent. He's got an album out now. He's a good dancer and a choreographer, great actor, good human being in total. Gave me some hard time. Yeah, so now you just no push a brand out some puchi. Yeah, and then we yaga mahal. But at that point, I had to say my truth. I got nothing to offer you right now, but help me do this. Plant a seed, and one day I'll give back. Don't ask me how long it will take. Don't ask me what it will be that I'm gonna be giving back to you. But I know you have built your brand. I know for you to post is money. I know for you to talk about the brand is money. But and without telling me, he did snap, you know, and I was like, what, you know, and it has been like that ever since. So what that shows is hope and faith, that something good is about to happen, and it happens where people come through for you after you maybe think they will not. And mentioning Monada, mentioning Clement, I mean, man, they didn't have to help me, those guys. But they did because they had my story. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how he came into the picture, and I'm grateful for the day that I met the gentleman.
For 9 years, like azango abalthathile wanoresha
So many times. That day I get up. Now I'm used, because the brand is growing. I'm used to selling 3 items per day, you know. And that day 1 I get to save, day 2, day 5. Oh, but I didn't look at the date or Mambara week. You know, people don't have money, you know. But at that point I was like, But the biggest of them all was between 2015 and 2017, where I just couldn't do it anymore.
The whole 2 years.
It required a lot from me that I did not have.
Yes.
It took something very small for me to go back to Letreecha.
What happened?
There's a guy, it's an artist from Bagamberg, based in Paris now. His name is Moshe Kwalanga. He says, I have seen your stuff. You have your clothes have got some international look. Your brand is very catchy. And one day somebody's gonna buy your brand. What's about? And I was like, yeah, whatever, man. And then I kept on thinking, can this be my break to a better future financially? You know, I'm starting thinking that it's like, let me go back into it. And one day, took the savings that I had, went to Durban, bought material. A company that has been doing favors for me in terms of CMT, cutting, making, and trimming. Basically, you give them a material and a brief, and you give them your design and pattern, all cut up and graded. They make for you. A lady, wonderful, Vinny Pillay, and God then's like, I knew you would come back. How's that for reassurance? You have been gone for 2 years. I knew you would come back. Because what you are doing is more greater than yourself. So my not giving up has got everything to do with people that maybe unconsciously say the most inspiring things to me. And I was like, what? I said I was not gonna name drop. This guy Jewel Nkharu Machava. Hey, that guy made me cry, my lover, man. That guy calls me. Hello, yeah, Gijul, listen, I've made a payment. You know, we're buying some merchandise from me. That guy continued to talk and say, my man, where you are doing what you do, make us want to do better where we are, because we are at a better place than you. We are in Joburg. You are at home. But you're still doing something that inspires us this side of town. And I'm like, what? And the way he talked with his voice, I just had to drop the phone and share it and I get our phone back, bro. But guys, it gets to a point where as much as money is important, but touching somebody's life in a positive way, like Nkharu spoke to me, changes the narrative, you know. So I have wanted to give up. I've heard people having my back, but they've got my back, and I'll be forever indebted to those people. And it's not only about literature, but about life in general. You know, when you want to give up and somebody on the other side, without knowing that they are, and they push you to the next level, and you say, it's morning, I'm gonna try again. You know.
From me to you, I know it doesn't matter, but I yes this brand because more the picture before I saw the actual thing. I used to see like pictures on Facebook. We used to post them almost every day.
It's every day for the past 3 years.
Okay, check quality, no cause look quality.
Yeah, no, it is, man. Yeah, it is. We try to make people believe in the brand, but remember there are many factors that come into people wanting to own your merchandise. You have to create the why. Why should I buy it? Why is it so important that I own that brand? Why should I pay 350 for a t-shirt from Litreecha? Because my answer always comes in a form of t-shirt, you can't reinvent it. But you can make a t-shirt mean something completely different to somebody. And that's what we have been doing. We have now taken it a notch up. We want to fuse fashion and art on the real. We found our space. and we want to work with big artists in South Africa, people that are working with opera, with Swiss Beats, you know, they work. Imagine if they work with literature, you know, then the motivation that things are possible, it's eminent, it's proven, it's there for people to see. But then for you to be part of the movement, you know, you gotta own the literature. For you to own it, you gotta buy it. For you to buy it, you gotta have believed in the why that we created as a brand. Then you say, yeah, no, okay, why I wanna get one, so I'm gonna go and buy. And trust me, it's not even about pricing. Reka material, you know, for example, skipper salad, 65 rand per meter. Skipper salad just here 2 meters, 2 meters to make. From there already, 130, right? Then Musadi Lord, now for every t-shirt that I make for you, get our charge 70 rand, get 200. Then we have to go and brand, and the branding technology change. Now we have embroidery, which is done by Nikki Forster at Bulk Tech. This lady doesn't know me, didn't have to help me, but she goes above and beyond, because she says, do not give up. And so many people are saying it, then you end up not doing it. Then you have a company called The Cube that does our DTF, direct to film. It's a new form of branding. And then then we have Limpopo Engraving. There is a gentleman, his name is Anthony. Anthony and I met on the street, middle-aged white guy, and it's like, what is that? He reads and say, actually I want you to do it for me on a leather or on a plank or whatever. And then that's his work. That's a present from him. I've not known Anthony for over a year. He made that for me and said, the day that you want to give up, have yourself and Litreecha in the same room. And that's how he could do it. So it was crazy. It was crazy. You know, and all of these people that don't know me from a bar of soap come through for me all of the time. And all of the time, people that don't know me got my back. And I think that is appreciation of being a human being. It's also to give hope that no matter what you do, it's about somebody's watching you. You know, somebody's gonna tell you one day, I'm fit. There are magical moments that I want to share. High-fiving moment. You know, that sometimes you don't want to because you feel, but I'm over being modest. I wear my own creation, man. Shit. You know, with pride. That, you know,
yes, you have to.
Yeah, with pride.
Right.
Exactly, with pride. And from where we are in this room, it can only be upward and onward, by hook or crook. And now I've just added 2 people on my list of people that said, we believe in you. You know, it means so much coming from young people that are trying to do great for themselves, and in their wanting to be great, in the process they mentioned literature. Boom. What we wanted to create, what we wanted to achieve. Inspire, you know? So we are currently on the right track.
Yes.
We are.
And I have 2 questions. They are kind of the same, but they are not.
Okay.
What does success to you look like, and what is the future of literature?
What does success look like to me as a human being or as a founder of literature?
As a founder.
Success for the brand would be having actual literature nation, where the culture that we sell our garments with actually means something to a young person, means something to an individual, where when we say siyaswa, an actual person feel it, like, yeah, I got to do this, man. You know, success to us would mean selling a lot of garments, putting a lot of garments on bodies, new bodies. Success to us would mean distributing the culture. Not just one Gaven at a time, 1,000 Gaven at a time. Oof, that's who we are. Oof, that's who we are. Success to us as a brand would mean being able to give back to the community, which is extremely important. Like I said, a door gets opened for somebody else. It's only fair that you open it for somebody who comes behind you. That's what success is. Because when I imagine if we become successful, we are there, but we've got nobody to share our success with. You know,
And
so
not opening any door.
and you're not opening any door for anybody, you know. And right now, let me give you an example. Onibele, it looks like I'm opening a door for you, but I'm not. You're actually opening a door for me because you're going to take this again. You're going to put it on your YouTube. Somebody that does not know Litreecha is going to know it. Somebody who did not belong to the Litreecha Nation going to belong to the Litreecha Nation because of the content that you're creating. So lena le kano ba litilele a gale re nyego di entreso ibile na sibile re idea le la le tsore da gale ke le setse borwa ke re ba tsome ba fala ba doela ba tsore tshebala, you know. But in all honesty, but you guys, what you are doing now for the brand, it's opening a door for Letreecha. And I'm not talking about the size of the door, the direction of the door, the color of the door, you know, or where the door leads to. But the positive contribution that this is going to have on Letreecha is a door to greater heights. And shout out to that, man, you know. So that's me answering the question. So the future, yeah, Letreecha, we want to have outlets, our own outlets. But I don't know if I'll be contradicting myself, but it's my dream. Imagine a winner Leetreecha. Imagine a winner Khutšo. Imagine a winner Karabos. Imagine a winner another brand. And then in one store, you get in there, you're like, and then, and we like, it is what it is. You know, Khutšo is what they are because Letreecha is. Letreecha is because Karabos is. Karabos is because we all are. You know what I mean? That is the future. Even if it cannot be up to them, if I could have the financial means to do it, I would do it. I actually wanted to start a container. Globally. It's already brand. Not to say that every brand that will be there, it's going to make it. Because we have different vibes about what's making it. You know? But having it there would be a base for the owner of the brand to say, at least somebody is recognizing. The same way don't give up. That would be a form of communication to that person, or don't give up. We are in a container, yes, but let's put in some more oomph. Let's put in some more work. Let's see how far we can go. That is my dream. And one day, my first love is soccer. I love soccer. Hey, your dad was a great goalkeeper, bro. Yo. When I grew up with somebody that I used to watch, though I was very, 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 very young. I hope one day, Glory level TV, or look at a certain team. It doesn't matter where it comes from, but Mufasa is sponsored by Litreecha. You know, there is an event that is coming on the 26th of November. And it's big because I'm sharing a platform, Lila Home. I'm sharing a platform. Yeah, I'm sharing a platform, Lima Comes, and the Litreecha is also there. The names of the brands that are going to be there alongside Markhams. You know, that is also a dream for me, and to have this as my first event. I'll say my first event because it'll be the first time Kiyobula stall and being part of that event, not even contributing money, but they just say, we want to be associated with you. And the people that are in association with the event, they are known, you know, key public figure. And I saw a quarter of the dream coming through. So I've always wanted to be in a poster that meant greatness. And that's happening 26 November, Mudimule, one of the people involved, Kileniti from Tobele FM, And the funny thing is, he sent me a message. Olori, are you in or out? You know, because I believed that he said that he believes in me so much that my not being part of that event would be a disappointment to him. So, my brother, I need your logo if we are still on. And you're like,
Straight to the point.
you know, straight to the point. That's it. And you need people like that. And also, it's not just people, it's Lenny man. Somebody who sees so many brands, but chose to say
No, Letreecha.
Litreecha. How, if that is not being honored, I don't know. That if that is not motivation, I do not know. So, to answer, I said I talked too much, but I still remember your question. So as far as success or the future rather for Litreecha, that's what we want to do. We want to appear where it matters. We want to be the lift for others. We want to be the reason things are happening in people's lives, things that are positive, things that are enlightening, things that are constructive. We represent the streets.
And the streets,
you know, yeah, we want to be known as the unconventional streetwear clothing brand from the Southern Africa. You get what I'm saying? So that's essentially the dream that we have, the future that we are aiming for, and hoping that we will, by the grace of God and the support of people, reach that standard. Yeah.
Yeah, like the socks.
Yeah, man. Actually, this were kitty sample from our new supply chain that I don't want to mention now. Kitty sample, no guys, these are our socks. This. But yeah, they are coming soon. Took a plunge, say RDN 500 pairs, and with these 500 pairs, we actually want to sell all the 500 pairs in a month. So it's going to be a project and a half, but I think it's going to be possible with the continuous growth that we see as a brand, continuous support that we see from people from all corners of the universe. Really appreciate it. And yeah, man, let's go sell 500 socks in a month and then grow the brand, create something, snowball the money, create another garment, like so. You know, we have as well caps that are coming through from the new supply chain. Packaging, which is very important, coming out as well, because we respect our customers so much that they need to carry us with pride. And what a better way than to put in time into the packaging that you are creating, so that people, after putting a t-shirt, because we mean that much. You know what I mean? So that becomes continuous advertisement for us, and also a show of pride. Somebody will deliver maloba t-shirt. So we get t-shirt because we are safe. Ara khetile ka see t-shirt. I marano ema soko loini. Kare out of my paper bag. You know, I was like, yeah, sorry man, there you go. And then the following day I had the person carry the paper bag to school because she was proud that she owned the Litreecha garment. She was proud that we have met. She was proud that I am from here. She's from here. And proof. Yauri. You know, it's smaller scale. It's a very smaller scale where we are at. But somebody appreciates you so much that at the very same time, while they appreciate you, or or 10 hour, things are possible. You know, and then that is that, man. That is the niceness of it. You know, guys, I reckon Letreecha, man. I feel like we've got a beautiful brand in our hands, in our space, and all we need is your support to make the nation bigger, to make the dream bigger, to make the doors even more bigger, wider and accessible to everybody willing to graft, to open it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it was not part of the question, Mara. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
As soon as I can pick anything up.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, Letreecha equity. I'm going to pick random things. Just easy. First of all, Lavisha, Ariemania, Mavu.
So I'm gonna tell you a story about this, right? This was inspired by the craziness of Kanye West. People need to see it as Siburu. Then there was this hat, Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton. No, they said we must grow thick skin to make it. We're gonna grow some leather, and then we did something completely different. This can be worn as an accessory, where you're all dolled up as a chick, but I expect to and you rock up. Wearing your own little, number nyana. Rock up got this thing. You will not be looked at as libur. You'll be looked at as somebody who accessorized, and that's also the arty part of what literature is, the creative part of what literature is. And also, I was saying, each and every garment, kamo rivenikaona, contain a story of what literature is, the vision, where literature comes from, somehow, and sometimes it also contains the hardships we went through. Like this was just we had to grow thick skin, bro. We had to be tough, and then this is what came out.
And everything equally.
So that's where we are at. And then please feel free to pick up any other things so they can see, so they can buy.
I like this one.
Bon, ye provele. So because we would not be able to produce this ourselves. This was gonna be an honor if we had been able to produce ourselves, but we couldn't. So we were able to source this from Uflex, and Uflex is like the #1 cap creator and designers and makers. And
it's because of
before it's a proverb. So this becomes a fashion accessory, but also from the arty point of view, the linears also represent continuity, which we want to say to people, becomes our selling point, which we want to say to people, irrespective of what happens. Just take a step forward, continue. Hence the linear. Before, to me, we do a proverb, but to me now, it's something else that when you wear it, it's very brand literature. It means a whole lot more, So. That's totally a fashion accessory.
I saw this one. I saw this one.
This was modeled by DJ, a man who does some of our graphics, and then he modeled it as well. And we have sold a couple of this, so it's selling like hot cookies. Goes for $650, but the artwork here, we have to have a drink, juice limits, and for me to dissect this.
Is that an NFT?
An
NFT.
An NFT. What is an NFT?
It's a digital. A digital cartoon that you can sell.
No, I think how it was designed, more we were embracing the levels of being fierce. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, man. That's talking about Africa and her strength, Africa and the oneness with us, Africa, and having tendency of being in our blood all of the time, every day. So it reads here, Queen Africa runs through my blood.
And I like the fact that you put a black woman with Afro there.
Soulness, man. Soulness, art, earrings, Leetreecha, she's a glow in the dark, man. She's a queen, and this is Africa. You know, this is Africa. This is totally insane. Totally what we believe in. So yeah.
Because the first thing I saw, I also like that hat you're wearing.
It was only made as a sample. We could not afford to produce it. It was way too expensive.
This one?
Yeah, it was way too expensive. But it's us. It's unconventionally. We unfortunately will never be able to produce this yet.
What about this one?
Yavana. Hey, story such Yavana, ne? This is what happened. We made t-shirts. Rahira ba roka t-shirt. Ba ru diruka ba se diruke tjona ra rola thaleshel. Ra wa mordi di khipa jabana. We just downscaled and ra di khipa jabana. Here they are. They are going for 150. Nearly 2 years up to 5 years. Yeah. So
bleach, do not iron, do not tumble dry.
So yeah, man. That's us in a nutshell. What else do you wanna know, man? What else do you wanna know?
What's it now if you like? All day
guitar, guys, like, and to what I'm not an out and about go chill a lot or raso lorin banana like already you used to say because I would talk her ears off, you know, because polelo but I've been fortunate enough for more idea you know, and I feel it's what God blessed me with, and it will be very disrespectful to not share it with other people. I can talk about this brand the whole day, but not only that, I can talk about how much talking has helped me get out of situations or get into situations. You know, so this does not begin to appreciate what you said. I wish I could, you know, I could just sit here and listen to you talk. But
something.
Yeah, sure, man.
You mentioned your wife a couple of times. Can you please tell us how you met her?
You are preparing questions.
The last one there, I saw
they're still coming and you go, oh yeah, okay. My wife. Babe, sorry. Apologizing in advance, okay? I met my wife, like met, as in Matome Rapholo, Kara elevator, Bramfontein. After my move to South Africa, at Botswana, I know Papai. At that point, because I was a bit short, Monaili giant, you know, Munumwal Hoa, and Ogaro Wamponore. You know, I think I gave her 3 days. Come said. You know what she said to me? Rapholo or Matome, as she would say. You know? I will never be with you right now. I won't be able to be with you right now. Please go and forgoja uswana. Grona uswana. O tala o kwalekwa. You know you going to trapeze. Kya o khopela. It's a monna. Let's be friends. But you know what I said to her? Oh no, I got sick this other time, bro. Remember Arjol? She took care of me. I had fever. I almost downed. Yeah, serious. She was there when I shared the bed with me, and then you know, I need some hope. You know, like a hope, but never spend the night with me. There's no way she can say no. And the way she would compliment her, hand baby, what's all got you turn like by deal ya pair. I was like, what? Country. I'm just straight up ram truck my last words were 2007. My last words were, I'm gonna marry you.
Yes.
I remember the place, Dudley Heights. That's where she stayed. That's where I stayed as well until I think she stayed when she came in. I was moving out, Dudley Heights, and I woke up one day. She was gone. I woke up one day. She was gone. I looked for her on social media. When I told mama, the day kimukumaneo, you know, so many mistakes later. So many munyofo later. So many everything that she said I must do later. When I found her, I said, hey, brah, you still have a date with me, yalinyalo. So we did everything in reverse. Ke propose each and do man. Then Rashoma date ni. We're supposed to take a first date, but then first date. And we got married Letreecha October, like home, like literally in Botswana, to her family.
So you were celebrating how many years last week?
Last week, three of being married. And then in total, 2017 through and Rikumanane Apapeka 2016. But the true story of love came true. I said, I'm gonna marry your ass. And I married your ass. And every time I tried to prove it, say, I can tell you something, you know it's gonna happen, right? When I say it, it's gonna happen. But you said I'm mentioning her a lot. Hey man, yeah, she's my beacon of hope, light, love, ambition. She's my literature woman. You know what I mean? So she's. Let's stop talking about her, man. Making me emotional, you know.
The last thing that I left out.
Yeah.
The Lietreecha fragrance, the cologne. I saw.
Yeah.
The packaging also. The whole thing was Lietreecha.
From start to finish, so many people involved. Designed by DJ, the actual cutting of the wood by Anthony. The mixing of the perfumes, we had to do research. We mixed the perfumes ourselves. My wife did. There she comes again. But yeah, okay. Luke did most of the mixing, and then Kiana check progress out in Khabiani, you know. And right now, Aria give up because Senti Rinya Kanar Kumana. But also, every strangers time when I success. You know, because you'll be on the right track. What I'm saying is, you are not successful until you own a literature garment. That is us putting stamp on it, like stamp. There must be a stamp somewhere that I said one day. If you check in that pot, like I said to myself, I'm literally going to stamp people. I understand, but there is a stamp that we created. You've been literature. Yeah, that's green, our ever fast seller, that cap, lapisa, because it comes, rekisa, and then we're selling this for 250 per piece.
I'm going to buy this idea.
No, but also, guys, without Udi Stepper, already I want for you being who you are, for you guys for being who you are, for being what it is. I want to give you these hats. It's not, for me, it's not just hats. To me, it's hope in a tangible form. Every time mara up and tray itabu toko. Namara ngapala again. I wanna be real now. So I want you guys to look at this and say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pilot, I want to do this. But again, I can't. Physically, the ideas behind you know what I mean? Check my 40-40, okay, what's all my 40-40 there? But all I'm saying, it's local.
It's home.
It's possible. And it's for you guys, and I know you're already wearing one. I want you guys to have that, and remember us, guys. Guys, that's the man behind the camera. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. That's the brand in a nutshell. That's what we do in a nutshell. That's what you guys in a nutshell. That's what we are in a nutshell. We are one. You know, I'm gonna get out of here knowing that you have given me a chance. I want you to get out of here knowing the world is your oyster. You know? Yeah, man.
For me, that's it. Do you have anything you want to say to the viewers?
Guys, Letreecha. Letreecha. That's like in so many ways that people pronounce it. However way that you pronounce it, it's okay. We need your support. We need you to help us become one of the biggest street clothing brand, unconventional, from Southern Africa. We will never be able to do it alone, and you cannot do the success alone. You gotta do it with Linktree. Hence, always above, beyond, sales. Thank you so much, guys.
That's it, guys. From the Madhouse Compilation Podcast, Matome Rapholo, the owner of Letreecha, behind the camera, Khutšo. Pow.